And good morning, or whatever time of day you happen to be watching this. Hello. Uh, the title for the video today is He Said Everyone Comes Home to God. In the previous video, I mentioned going to a meeting. The speaker was very good, but I disagreed with him, or I disagreed when he said everyone comes home. Of course, if he's talking about forever, he could be right. Nevertheless, I do not see all souls coming home or returning to God any time soon. Of course, he said what many say, that time is an illusion, perhaps, albeit a persistent one. Our conscious awareness is lived in that illusion. As I see it, if everyone lived as if the illusion was not significant, creation would get worse and worse, not better. To me, it's the people who point out the problems who tell the truth, even if their solutions do not seem to come to pass as quickly as we would like. Have I been wrong my entire life to believe that I am here to play a role in bringing heaven to earth? And of course, I wrote that blurb yesterday, actually yesterday morning. Wow, it's the computer is freezing up and I don't have a whole bunch of programs open, which is really interesting to me. When I say freezing up, my lips stop moving and it pauses for a second. I went to a meeting, another meeting, yesterday afternoon, and ironically, the leader of the group read a passage from another individual who basically said the same thing that this man had said the night before. So that's two people in less than 24 hours saying the exact same thing, and I'm not agreeing with it, or at least not within the time frame that I'm looking at and that I live and move and have my being. As I said in the blurb, if people believed that everything goes, that anything goes, then we're right in the world that we're already in. Where is that an improvement? Where is that positive change? Where does that make our lives better? Or I don't know if easier is even the right word, but better, fair, just. Is justice not significant? Is truth not significant? Is there not such a thing as a lie? Is that all meaningless chatter? It's just part of some sadistic game played by the gods on the creation. Now, the speaker also said, that I'm referring to in the blurb, the speaker also said that God is in control of everything and God makes no mistakes. Well, again, it's perspective. I mean, I've argued with God lots of times, because things that I thought were promised didn't happen the way that I thought they were supposed to come about. There's been exceedingly long delays. There's been bumps in the road that I never anticipated and would never have consciously chosen to say, I want to go through this bump. Nevertheless, I've had to go through a lot of challenges, including, as those of you that have been listening for a while know, this year has been an exceedingly great challenge for me, as I almost died. I mean, literally, I had a stroke. I ended up in the hospital. I ended up in the hospital actually altogether for about 2 months, as I've repeated other times too. And after I had my surgery, I ended up having one confirmed and I think 2 additional heart attacks because they were the same symptoms as the one that was confirmed. But I've had a rough year, and I'd like to believe, and I do believe, that I'm here for a purpose and that I survived all of that for a purpose, because I believe that there was a mission that I was on from God to tell people the truth, to wake people up as to the con game that's being played on this planet by a bunch of megalomaniacs who only want, they're control freaks. I mean, let's face it, these people that run the world want to control the wealth, want to control the people, want to control all the business, want to control religion, want to control education, want to control the media. They're control freaks, folks. Now, do you want to live in a world forever that's run by control freaks, that it's all perfect just the way it is? That's the implication of what the speakers, the two that I heard in less than 24 hours that I referred to, that's what they were trying to say, that everything is perfect just the way it is. Well, if we believe that everything was perfect, where would the growth come from? Where would an awakening be born? How would it be born? You know, okay, there's even, I used the illustration of birth, and it got me to thinking that many women suffer severe pain in childbirth. But my mom, for example, claimed, now of course she's not around anymore, but she claimed that she never had a birth pang. It was just like going to the bathroom. Just push the baby out, and there was no pain involved with my mom. Now, I don't know if that's true of other women. I know it's not true of all women. There are birth pangs. But do there have to be? Is that the way it must be, always, forever? Is that what creation is, where you put this mix of competing ideologies on the same planet and have them fight it out when the odds are always stacked against the one that's not telling the truth? I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. Maybe in the long-term analysis, in the finality of the whole creation, and why would creation ever be finalized? Why would it not be ongoing? I mean, I don't even like to even think in terms of it coming to an end. If there's anything that needs to come to an end, it's the injustice that humans have experienced on this planet when they've been sold a bill of goods that is false and controlling and enslaving and not at all enlightening or liberating or fair. I mean, there's no justice in telling lies. There's only justice in truth. Truth must win. In every situation, it is if the truth doesn't prevail, pain ensues. If truth doesn't prevail, injustice is what the result will be. We must get to the place where we stop the insanity, the craziness. We have to stop the controllers from controlling the world. These demons or whatever they are. I don't care if they're in human form or if they come in some demonic form. These dark entities that are so insecure that they can't let people be free. I mean, they could do whatever they want as long as they're not hurting other people. That's the basic bottom line law. Do no harm. That's what love your neighbor as yourself is, but we don't love ourselves because we've been sold a bill of goods that we're less than. And am I not selling a bill of goods right now that there are beings that are less than what they were created to be? But it's their choice. You see, I do recognize that all beings are made in the image of God. All beings have the potential of realizing their purpose and realizing that potential that they've been given. All of us do. Not just some of us. All of us have that. But some people make very, very bad choices to play the dark role. And I don't believe the dark role is something that has to go on forever. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope to God that I'm wrong. If I'm right, get me out of here. I don't want to play the freaking game anymore. If good doesn't win, I don't want to be in the system. So that's how I feel, and that's what I'm expressing in this video. And I hope some of you put on your thinking caps and think about it, because there's a lot to think about here. Thanks for listening. Namaste.